So yeah, one such film that blew my mind, 2019, Mada. Ante, before I want to ask you that question, Ante, are you a person of that kind, like to think such a psychologically anta thriller laga etla alochistaru, and such a fabulous film it was. And one of the finest filmmakers we have in the industry, Srividya Basava.
I really don't think so. I mean, like, I just started my career and it's just my first film. Anyways, like, I just wanted to know here, entamandi are aspiring like directors or writers here? Great. Oh, okay. So, nothing. I mean, like, for women ke especially, if you compare, if there are 10 males in the direction thing, I mean, like, if there are 10 directors, like, we have one female director, not even that ratio, I guess. So, what do you think could be the reason for this? No, I figured it out, like, it is, the problem is at the root level. I mean, like, మన ఇళ్ళల్లో నుంచి ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది అని నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది, because when I started off my film, I wanted as many as female technicians in my movie, like, you know, the makeup artist or the costume designer or assistant directors. So my challenges were, now I am the producer and I'm the director for this. Okay, my mom is the producer, but I was the acting producer. So నాకు ఏంటంటే I had very minimal constraints, I mean, like, about the budget or anything. So there are some challenges, I mean, in terms of the accommodation or in terms of the travel that we give and everything. So when I tried to take female assistant directors, so దాంట్లో చాలా మందికి ఏంటంటే now they can't come to Vikarabad. So Hyderabad nunchi I can't come to Vikarabad, my family might not allow. If it is in Hyderabad, I'll come. And then there is one more makeup artist who has a newborn, and she's like, I can't stay more than 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. మాకు నైట్ షూట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇలాంటి ఛాలెంజెస్ వల్ల, లైక్, you know, even though I so desperately wanted to have many female technicians, I couldn't do. So దీనికి I don't know, like, when we'll have the solution for this, because our parents should go through the change. Luckily I have a mom, like, who understands everything, and, like, maybe your parents might give you money to watch a film. My mom gave me money to, you know, make a film. So yeah, keeping that aside, like, if you want to become a director, so the first and foremost, like how she said, like, you know, you have to let go of what you look or how you look like. If you want to become a director, and that too a debut director, and that too with, like, you know, very minimal resources, the first thing you have to do is let go of all of your pride, ego or self-respect, shame, or be as shameless as possible. Like, you know, I was like, ఇంత కూడా మోమాటం లేకుండా, everyone with whomever I can ask for favors or, you know, for location or cost, whatever it is, like, ఎవరి దగ్గర నేను ఫ్రీగా ఏమేమి తెచ్చుకోగలను, ఏమేమి చేసి నేను బడ్జెట్ కట్ ఆఫ్ చేసుకోగలను. I mean, like, I have been so shameless with everyone and I have asked for favors, and that actually helped me a lot. And that, keeping that aside, if you want to be a debut director, నేను చాలా, I mean, like, I have learned a lot in my journey. Like, I have made several mistakes and I have learned through that, and which I don't want, you know, maybe someone here not to repeat them. So for example, the first and foremost important thing is, like, you have to have a proper bounded script on hand before you go on to the set. సో చాలామంది మనకి సీనియర్ డైరెక్టర్స్ వీళ్ళు కూడా వాళ్ళు సెట్లో వెళ్ళి కూర్చొని రాస్తారంట. we keep hearing that, but for me it didn't work out. Though I was ready with the bounded script, still we had some changes happening on the sets and all. Appudu I thought, like, you know, the one more mistake that I have done is, like, I didn't take feedbacks from people. Like, ఇది స్క్రిప్ట్ వాళ్ళకి చెప్తే వాళ్ళు ఎత్తేస్తారేమో ఆ టెన్షన్కి, లైక్, ఐ డెంట్ టెల్ ఎనీవన్ మై స్క్రిప్ట్, ఎవరికి నేను స్టోరీ చెప్పలేదు, ఏం చెప్పలేదు. సో బట్ యూ యాక్చువల్లీ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ యువర్ స్టోరీ టు మెనీ పీపుల్, యాజ్ మెనీ పీపుల్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్, యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ సమ్వన్, అండ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్స్, లైక్, ఎవరికి ఎలా అనిపించింది, ఎవరి పర్స్పెక్టివ్ ఏంటి. Some things that might thrill you in your script might not be that great for someone else. So that thing you have to do, and a proper groundwork, you know, that could save you a lot of time and lot of money while shooting. You might not believe we have completely shot Mada in 17 working days, only just 17 working days. So that happened because me, my cinematographer and my production designer, we three worked together like crazy in our groundwork. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద యాక్చువల్లీ అంటే మనం షూట్ చేసేటప్పుడు దట్ ఈస్ ద స్ట్రాంగెస్ట్ పిల్లర్, ద ర్యాపో బిట్వీన్ ద డైరెక్టర్, ద సినిమాటోగ్రఫర్ అండ్ ద ప్రొడక్షన్ డిజైనర్. వీళ్ళు ముగ్గురు ప్రాపర్ లైన్లో ఉన్నారు. ఐ మీన్ ఇఫ్ దే హ్యావ్ ద ప్రాపర్ ర్యాపో, లైక్ యువర్ కంప్లీట్ మూవీ ఈజ్ లైక్ ఇట్స్ గోన్ లుక్ కిక్ యాస్. ఐ మీన్ లైక్ ఒక నా మైండ్లో ఏముంది, ఇఫ్ ఐమ్ ఏబుల్ టు కన్వే ప్రాపర్లీ టు మై సినిమాటోగ్రఫర్ అండ్ టు మై ప్రొడక్షన్ డిజైనర్, ఇట్స్ గోన్ లుక్ కిక్ యాస్ no matter what. So and another tip is like pick up debutants in fields that you think that you can manage well, and go with seniors or experienced technicians in the fields that you think that you're not that great at. So I have followed something similar for my film. Like I picked up debutant actors, and then cinematographer is a debutant, then the production designer is a debutant. But for the complete post production, I have worked with very senior technicians, because నాకు అంతకు ముందు I didn't have an experience of working under any director, and that was a conscious decision, because somehow I have this stigma, like, you know, if I work under some director, then like unknowingly I'll have his style or her style in my filmmaking. So I wanted to have my own style and a unique or fresh style. So I didn't work under anyone. ఈ విషయంలో నేను పోస్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్లో I have gone with the senior technicians. Yeah, and we have done a lot of DIYs, like, you know, you don't really need costly equipment or costly lights to lit up your set. There are many scenes which have come out like extraordinarily well on screen, which had only, like, you know, what are these bulbs called? Edison bulbs under. They are 60 rupees a bulb. You know,
the one with the visible filament.
Yeah, exactly. And that gives an amazing light, you know, chala manchi texture. I mean, even the skin tone looks amazingly nice. So we made DIY rigs with those lights, and we have saved on, like, you know, light. ఇప్పుడు ఒక లైట్స్ తీసుకుంటే దాంతోపాటు జనరేటర్, దాంతోపాటు లైట్ మెన్, all these things we ended up saving on. And one more example is, like, you know, when you need a thunder, like, you know, nowadays you have all these heavy lights and everything, like, you know, they cost you 16,000 per day rent. What we did is we got a guy who does welding, and, like, you know, we gave him the key, like, you know, thunder and so 16,000 rupees, we managed it in, like, you know, just 200-300 rupees, like 1 hour ko vachesadu, thunder shots anni cheskoni 200 ichi pampichesam. So I mean, like, you have to think out of the box, and you should be ready to take on challenges every day. అంటే మనం ఇలా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి, ఇంత సాలిడ్గా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి మనం సెట్ పైనకి వెళ్ళినా కూడా ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ చేంజ్ ఆఫ్టర్ యూ గో ఆన్ టు ద సెట్. ఎవరిదో కాస్ట్యూమ్ మిస్ అవుతుంది, ఎవరిదో కంటిన్యూటీ ఉండదు, ఏదో సంథింగ్ లెన్స్ ఒకటి ప్రాబ్లమ్ అవుతుంది, ఆర్ సంథింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్. You should be ready to take up the challenge, not waste time and do something else instead of that scene, or, you know, you have to be prepared for that. So yeah, all these things I have learned during this whole it's a journey of 3 years, but actually shoot working days are 13, post production ki, and then, you know, release kashtalaki we spent a lot of time. So finally it's out, but unfortunately the next day itself the theaters got shut. I was like, movie release ayindi, and then night, unfortunately we didn't get the first show also at morning show dorkaledu. 5:30 p.m. was the first show. So first show అయిపోయినాక we were getting like, okay, hit talk adi idi అని అన్నారు. Then friends were asking for tickets. When I saw Book My Show, tickets were not available, and I was like, really, is this my movie? Not getting tickets for my own film. It was so nice. We were partying, enjoying and everything. The next day morning we got to know the news that the theaters are going to shut. So anyways, at least, like, you know, my movie has come out, and ento mandi nak first nunchi they told me, like, go for OTT, but I had the dream to see it on big screen. At least for one night I had that dream come true. Yeah. Just wishing luck to all the aspiring directors here.